Hello, my paper peeps. Today I want to share with you how to make a three-dimensional ephemera for your scrapbook journals. And today I'm going to show you how to create one for this journal itself. It is a DIY scrapbook journal that has scrapbooking pages and journaling in it and mixed media in it, and it's an actual removable journal. What I mean is that it actually has 4 notebooks in it and this removable binding system that allows you to remove pages and to create outside of the journal and then later on add those pages back. Or if you screw up, you can remove those pages and redo it with newer pages. So that's this removable system that I love so much. Today, it's not about the journal. It's actually about creating 3-dimensional tag toppers that stick out at the top of your journal and create this aesthetic that, when you look at your journal, you're like, oh, that is a coffee journal. Oh, that's the Java journals because it has coffee beans sticking out the top. And so I thought I would share that with you. Now, this is the mold that I purchased online. I'll put a link to that in the description box below. And that's the mold that you could use to create coffee beans. And it's the actual size of a coffee bean here. Now, what if you don't want to spend, I think this was like $12. What if you're like, I bought the journal already, or I just want to create, coffee beans for, a card or something like that. I have card stamps and stencils, and I just want to add, a 3-dimensional coffee bean without spending $12 on this. Then, I can teach you that without using this. One of the things I recommend is that when you go and you purchase clay, there's 2 types of clay. There's the air drying clay and then the oven baked clay. And this is oven baked clay. And the reason why I like this is because it's oil based. And so it doesn't dry on you. So you can manipulate, mold, and do all those things with this and say, you know what, you need to go and start dinner. You can go and do that and then come back to this and know full well that it hasn't hardened on you because it only can solidify when it's baked. When it comes to the type of clay, if you decide, okay, oven baked is the route I want to go, then I highly recommend the Sculpey Primo. I find that it does not break on you like some of the other Sculpey clays that I have used. What we're going to do is, it's going to be a quick tutorial. I will bake these with, the Sculpey Primo that I have here, the Sculpey clay. And then I'm going to show you how to create this exact same look without this. So let's get started. Now I have the whole kit and caboodle here. This is my Sculpey studio right here. There's quite a bit. You don't need all this. I mean, really, you can use your rolling pin. You need something to cut the clay with. I use this one. I like it. It's a flexible cutter because I liked using this in some of my other creations, like the orange slices that I created. I just like this. If you can get your hands on this, is great. If not, you don't need it. You can just use your butter knife to create, or any kind of knife to cut the clay with. Do you need a rolling pin? Not for this, but if you ever need a rolling pin for Sculpey clay, they have these. The only thing is, like I said, you don't have to buy it. I've gone as far as to use the rolling pin that I have in my baking tool. So yeah, that's completely up to you. That's my arsenal of polymer clay tools. Now, oh yeah, they actually have this one too, which is kind of the same. It's very flexible. So what you want to do to create a coffee bean is you want to just cut your clay, and coffee beans are not that big. Now size-wise, this is about 3/8 of an inch, I guess. Yeah, and this one's, pretty much 3/8 of an inch. So you can do that and you just roll it. I have these 2. See, you can see here, I'll just place that in there. See exactly the difference there. So this in itself is quite big. So you might want to maybe make one that's less than 3/8 of an inch. That's about 1/4 of an inch. And then if you fit it in there, that's about right. Still a bit much. And then this one actually has different sizes of coffee beans. So I'll fill this up. Okay, so once you've pushed that in there, That to me is, you know, if you want your beans to all be the same look, you know, going this route is perfectly fine too, but not necessary, okay? I'm gonna try the exact same thing. Again, creating something that's quite similar, making sure it's about a 1/4 of an inch there. And then you just roll it out and you kind of make a cylinder, just like that. So you've got a bit of a cylinder there. So once you have your cylinder, you turn it over so it's on the flat side there, you can see. Then once you've turned it on its flat side, you can take a toothpick. I just have an old toothpick here from my kids' Halloween creations, or like a skewer, or this one's a bamboo skewer. Or you can take even, you know, like a knife or something like that, just to add a little indentation in the middle. And most people don't have that. Most people will have like a toothpick on hand. And all you do is you just push down like that. There's your coffee bean. So I highly recommend, because these are so tiny, to do all of the work on parchment paper. I usually line a tray with parchment paper, and that's where the polymer clay creations will sit and be baked on. It just prevents more indentations when you actually have to transfer the beans, say from a hard surface like your table to the parchment paper. It just prevents you messing it up while you're moving it. So best thing to do is just to do all the creation, all the indentation and rolling on the parchment paper first. After you've created these, is you put them in the oven at 275 degrees Fahrenheit. For this size, 15 minutes. Some people place it in longer, but because these are quite tiny, 15 minutes is perfectly fine. And then you will have these beautiful creations that you can use as tag toppers for your scrapbook journals or anywhere else that you want to place coffee beans. Now, I like to create 3-dimensional tags for my scrapbook journals. And here I'm just going to be using one large paper clip and then 2 pieces of paper that are 4 inches by 1 inch in width. And I just place the paper clip on like that and fold it over the shorter side of the paper clip, then fold it over again. And before I use any adhesive, I'm going to take the other strip of paper and I'll place that right underneath the larger portion of the paper clip. And then I fold that over. And then you get this paper clipless binding system for your tags. And then I just place some double-sided adhesive to glue that down. Then place some double-sided adhesive on both sides. And then instead of placing the paper clip at the top there, I'm actually going to place it down lower so that when I place the paper clip tag in my book, that top part sticks out, showcasing the beautiful coffee beans. And I like to use this Ultrabond because I like doing what's called the Ultrabond bump, where it's viscous enough that actually it can hold that position like that, so that if you wanted to layer something else on top, like say in this position here, you can, and it actually will stay like that. So yeah, I like using the Ultrabond for that reason. What you can do is glaze it, which I will probably do. You can use the Sculpey glaze or you can use glossy accents, one of the two. They both dry to a very glossy finish. What I'll do is I'll just paint it on there. Hopefully it doesn't move because I just glued this down. Oh, I'm so impatient. Look at that. I can't wait for it to dry. I have to glaze it right away. Oh my goodness. And you know, it goes on kind of milky white, but you'll see as time goes on, it actually dries to a very glossy finish, which I think you will absolutely enjoy. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more tips and tricks on how to create polymer creations like I have done in some of my other journals, then you'll probably want to watch this video here or here. Until I see you in those videos, have a fantastic week, and yeah, get in that craft room and create. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.